This story is ridiculous to me as it is when parents fumed and raged over the fact that Sasha Grey, a retired porn star, had the audacity to read a book to second grader, no, kindergartners, excuse me, even better, kindergartners. Oh, why would a slut, a whore, dare to bring her whorishness into a classroom full of children? Oh, won't somebody please think of the children? Because, yeah, instead of reading Go Dog Go, she read Horton Hears a Vibrator, and the kids were never the same. We've got a similar type situation here. Porn star turned teacher can't return to the classroom. Stacey Hollis loses her appeal. And you wonder why I talk about sex negativity in this country, in this society. Stacey Hollis, the California science teacher fired after students learned she had appeared in a pornographic film. Was she a high school teacher? Were these kids supposed to be watching this porn? How did they find out? Did they search her name and suddenly it came up? Did she mention her alias if she worked under an alias? There's a lot of unanswered questions here. How much you want to bet it was a parent who found it, but then they tried to make it into the kids found it so that we could be all, won't somebody please think of the children? Has been told she can't return to the classroom. She had hoped to set a precedent for people looking to escape an embarrassing past. Now, that's another part where I want to stop this topic. Is it embarrassing because she's really embarrassed, or is it embarrassing because she feels that society believes she must be embarrassed? I mean, seriously, if she did it and we approved of it and we let her past be her past and didn't make it to where, oh, we've got to find out if you're, not if you're a qualified, good, and engaging, not in that way, engaging teacher. No. Your qualifications, your ability to reach young minds ends the moment that you've ever had sex in a way that's considered immoral, especially if it's considered somehow public, though I wouldn't call porn public, but I digress, because we'll make porn public, because that's how we operate. That's how we get off, for lack of a better term. Let's be honest here. People really have a thing for finding out these dark secrets and destroying people's lives with it. Why? She had sex on film. Oh my gosh, no, not that. Anything but that. Oh, if she had killed a puppy in her past, or if she had shot well, I don't think they would hire her if on her record it said she'd shot a baby or something, but it's almost like that. Like, oh, she could do anything, but as long as it's not porn, she could have done anything. What if she did this porn on the amateur circuit and the videos never got out? Would the fact that she was at one time a porn star have mattered? How does this disqualify her? Oh, because kids might see her in a porno and what? That's distracting? Grow up. But a three-judge commission was unanimous in its decision. They said Hollis, 32, was continually deceitful about her past. Maybe because you would have looked down on her. Maybe because you would not give her an actual chance to prove herself as a productive member of society, reaching the hearts and minds, not like that way, of the children, if she had been as honest about that. And let's say for the sake of argument that porn is something to be embarrassed about. She's trying to better herself. See how double-edged this is. Oh, we don't want you on welfare. We don't want you on the system. We also don't want you in porn. But if you do porn, we don't want you to better yourself. Oh no, you are a tainted human being. You are marked with an invisible scarlet letter that you must wear the rest of your life, so we know you deviant people who have enough self-esteem and enough self-confidence to have sex on film for the enjoyment of other sexual adult human beings. So she's going to have to go back on the system. Or maybe she's going to have to go back to porn. Funny how that works, isn't it? Funny how does this serve anybody? When we have a deficit of good teachers, if she's a good qualified teacher that actually gets the kids to learn, then what does her past mean? Is she like in there being like, today we're going to talk about the science of double penetration? No, no. She has a curriculum. She had to go through credentials. She had to go through school. She had to go through so many things to get where she was. And now that she is a she was law-abiding doing porn, but now that she's being a moral, law-abiding a citizen who just wants to pick up the pieces of her life and create what she would consider and what society would consider a respectable line of work, a respectable job, we want to take it away because she happens to have been in a porn at one time in her life. What purpose does this serve? Oh, the kids might accidentally come across one of her porns. And what? And what? Who does her past hurt more? You moralistic jackholes? Or her? At this point, it's hurting her. Because you want to make it that even if she successfully gets out of the industry, her poor decision skills have to affect her for the rest of her life. In other words, it's no different than if she got out of prison. Never mind what she did. Never mind how many times she did it. Never mind any of this. The moment she's trying to get her life back on track, we want to take away any and all of her decisions and choices simply because we did not agree with her work in the first place. Simply because we didn't agree with her choice, a choice that she is not making anymore, a choice that she has chosen to mark as being an embarrassing blight of a time on her life, which I think is, again, due to sex negativity, but then again, she might actually regret it. But there again, she regrets her actions, and we want to punish her. We want to punish her again and again and again and again. Because what can she do? What's her prospects? Why were you fired from your last job? Oh, they found out I was in a porno and they felt that was a conflict of interest with my job. Oh, you were in a porn? Well, yeah, I was going to tell you this, but we filled the position. I really would like to hire you, but, you know, sorry, click. And then she goes on the system. Then you're mad at her because she's milking the system for all it's worth because she just wants freebies from Obama. And yet, if she then decides, well, hey, I can't go anywhere but the industry, I'm going to go back to the industry. An industry I don't want any part of anymore. Is this truly moral? Do the ends truly justify the means? Who is this truly for? Is it for you or is it for the sake of her? But how can she have redemption in the eyes of all of you moralizing jackholes if you will never give her a chance to prove that she can be just as moral as you and that she regrets her choices of going to the evil porn industry and doing pornos? You disgust me. society. You continue to find new lows to sink to. And yet somehow you think that this benefits everybody, that somehow this fixes your imaginary problem, that this woman at one point in her life was immoral, and when she's trying to become a moral, upstanding person, in the eyes of you guys, she can't attain that. You won't let her. And yet you're the betters. Right. I'll believe it when I see it. Sex negativity never hurts anybody in society? Yeah. No problem seen here, right?